Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee, Ian Huyett appearing for Cornerstone. Before 2021, there were felony penalties for 6-month abortions in the frighteningly far-right state of Massachusetts. There is no actual evidence that that ever deterred legitimate medical care or caused any women to be denied needed medical care. And if there was any such evidence, then the proponents of this bill would have brought it to this committee. The maternal health exception in this law is the same maternal health exception in our parental notification law, RSA 132.32, which has been on the books in New Hampshire for 10 years. There is no evidence that that has ever caused any woman to be denied needed medical care. That is, by the way, one of at least 2 other laws besides this one where there are criminal penalties for healthcare providers specifically. The General Court last year added an exception to our law for cases where the child is not going to survive outside the womb, and that apparently was not enough. There is, if someone decides at 6 months that they don't wish to be a parent, a safe haven law in New Hampshire that allows you to drop off a child without consequences, and that is also apparently not enough. There is in this law, in 329.48, a special medical board review the General Court put in this law to create added protections just for healthcare providers, and that's also not enough. And the only providers who are punished under this law is a provider who knows a child is 6 months or older, knows it is viable, knows that there is no medical emergency, and still deliberately puts it to death. And that apparently is still not enough. And this bill comes to you and says, none of that is enough, and it's not enough because the child must die. This law and this bill have cleared away all these other ambiguities around this issue and clearly shown the Senate that the issue here is life and life alone. And if the lives of real children were not actually in the hands of the Senate today, then this bill would not exist and we would not be here. I'd be happy to take any questions.